Okay. I'll do it already. Sometimes it's better to just subscribe and hit that notification bell. You never know what might happen if you don't.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of The Industry Outsider. Today, I will be talking about my favorite brand that I've never owned, some of my upcoming videos that will be focused on some very cool footwear, and for the first time ever, I get to say that this video has a sponsor. That's right. This video is sponsored by Ciga Design, so big thank you to them. This sponsorship is specifically in reference to their U series, Blue Planet, which we'll be taking a brief look at today. Now to be clear, just because they're sponsoring this video doesn't mean they have any influence over editorial content. I reserve the right to say anything I want about any watch or product I might talk about on the channel. Whatever I don't like about this watch, you can count on me to say it. I make that very clear to any company that I might do business with. If your product isn't good, then I'm gonna say it, loud and clear. As far as I'm concerned, you can rent my time, but you cannot buy my opinion. With all that said, let's move on to one of my favorite brands. If you like watches, then this is a great time to be alive. There are so many good brands and great watches out there. And in the day and age of YouTube reviews and Instagram reels, you can kind of experience all of them, at least a little bit. Which got me wondering, what brand do I really like, but have absolutely no experience with? The answer is Longines. I've never held a Longines. I don't even think I've actually seen one in person. But like many of you, I am a watch junkie and I spend hours binge watching watch reviews on YouTube. So I have like 5 or 6 Longines that I really like, but have never actually been in the same room with them. Some of the Longines that I really like are the Spirit Zulu Time. I'm a huge fan of the Heritage Diver. The Ultra Chron is really cool looking. Then of course you have the Hydro Conquest, which is awesome. And then there's the Conquest VHP, and you guys know that I don't mind a quartz as long as there's something special about it. Lastly, they have some very cool sector dial offerings in their Heritage Classic collection. I don't understand why Longines isn't more popular in the States. They have beautiful watches and their prices are more than competitive. I've decided that I'm gonna make it my short-term goal to talk about a Longines that I like on the channel very soon. Not exactly sure how I'm gonna go about that just yet, but I'm sure I'll think of something. Now, let's go ahead and move on to today's sponsor, Ciga Design, and the watch that they sent me, the U series Blue Planet. When I was approached about this watch, the biggest reason that I said yes was because it looked really cool and I would get to keep the watch. I get my fair share of offers from smaller micro brands and I honestly turned down a lot of them. But this one was significantly different enough that it captured my curiosity, and honestly, I think you guys might like it a lot too. Let's go ahead and take a quick look. For starters, the packaging is top-notch. It comes in this book-like box, which is very cool, and has easy, understandable instructions that explain how to set the watch and read it. The one they sent me is titanium, but they do have it in stainless steel as well, which I imagine is a pretty heavy watch because even in titanium, it's a substantial piece. Now, I haven't had too many opportunities to wear it yet, but when I have, it amazes me that A, how many people ask me about it, and B, how they always seem to intuitively know that it's a watch and not jewelry. I had a couple people say to me, and I'm paraphrasing here, I have no idea how that works, but it's a watch, right? The one day I wore it to work, I had 3 guys stop me, and I was only there for a 3-hour cocktail event. At this point, I've only had the opportunity to wear the watch a few times, so it's a pretty small sample size. But so far, this watch has gotten more notice and more questions per capita than any other watch I've ever worn. And I just said that about the beautiful two-tone Aquis I did a video about a month ago. I guess we'll see if it continues because I plan on wearing it a lot before I do a proper review. It's very unique looking and it works differently than any other watch I've ever seen. I find it absolutely fascinating. I'm super excited for it to get more wrist time. Other super cool fun fact, it was the 2021 winner of the Challenge Watch Prize of the GPHG Awards. Which is believable because, again, if nothing else, this movement works in a way that I personally have never seen before. So far, the only problem I have with this watch has nothing to do with the manufacturer or the quality. I've just never filmed a watch before that doesn't have seconds. So when I'm shooting it, there isn't a whole lot going on. I may as well be taking still photos. However, I have come up with a solution for this problem and I will be debuting it in the review in a couple of weeks. I still need a few more weeks to wear and experience the watch so I can figure out exactly what I like versus dislike about it. But so far, my first impressions are good and I think it's a fun timepiece. As many of you are already aware, this is not a watch channel. This is whatever Elle wants to talk about channel, because I like talking about things besides watches, and quality footwear is high on that list of subjects. I made some purchases over the last few months, and one of them was a pair of Red Wing Iron Rangers in the amber harness leather. I figured if I'm gonna opine about quality of build and design and wax poetic my subjective experience, then I need a good frame of reference for the comparison. And owning a pair of the best-selling heritage service boots in the world seemed like a really good place to start. I have mentioned this before, but recently I added a pair of Wolverine Thousand Mile boots to the collection as well. Now that the weather has changed, I've been wearing a lot more of my boots lately. So very shortly, the Red Wing Iron Rangers and the Wolverine Thousand Miles will be featured in standalone videos on the channel very soon. And finally, I purchased a pair of Allen Edmonds Team Colors Strand Mocks, which were featured in my latest video about my new Grand Seiko The Sea of Clouds. Originally, I wasn't planning on doing a standalone video about these shoes, but a fair amount of you seem to like them in the comment section of my Grand Seiko videos, so now I'm kind of on the fence. I'm definitely open to suggestions. Maybe at some point I'll take a poll and see what you guys think, but if you feel like I should make a video about the Team Color Strand Mocks, then definitely leave me a comment down below. Alright, that would about wrap things up, but I do have one more thing on my mind. This is my 30th video, and it's already getting pretty hard to keep track of all the comments on my older videos. And I imagine as time goes by, it's just gonna keep getting harder and harder. So if you do have a question for me, please leave it in the comment section of this video specifically. Some of them I will answer in the comment section immediately, and some of them I will feature and address in my next Industry Outsider video. With all that said, if you're enjoying the content, then I do encourage you to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I had an absolute blast filming and editing this intro for you guys, so I really hope you enjoyed it. I did the entire thing in my backyard, and I'm just grateful that my neighbors didn't see me because they probably would have thought I was a crazy person. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.